The security of the area said that the mural was Buddha, black magic, and the mural was not of our culture. My name is Gabrielle Tesfaye, and I'm an interdisciplinary artist working in film, animation, and painting. I'm inspired mainly by the two cultures that I come from. My mother is Jamaican, my father is Ethiopian, and a lot of my work, my film and animation specifically, is meant to storytell different historical and folklore from each of the cultures that I come from. To be constantly resisting the lack of freedom and lack of expression that I think is ingrained within our culture. Like, what does it mean to have a creative culture within Ethiopia? Like, I think a lot of people may see art as something that is decorative, like just decoration for a space, but how can we shift our mentality towards art within the country? A lot of people see art as something that has to be like traditional. I had an experience of painting a mural in Addis Ababa, and the mural was just a simple painting of a woman kind of wearing like traditional tattoo and just, like creative designs, holding a flower in her hand, and it was quickly painted over because the security of the area said that the mural was Buddha, black magic, and the mural was not of our culture. And so that really got me thinking, what does it mean to create art right now that is not of our culture and that is 100% just original? We're all very inspired by the culture that we come from, but we still have this new voice of wanting to talk about contemporary issues and really break free out of this like conservative blockage. So, but also to be a creative in Ethiopia does not mean to just be living amongst, blockage after blockage or hardship after hardship. Like, our life is not defined by that. Our life is defined by resilience. To be a creative in Ethiopia means to be resilient, and I am proud and inspired every day by all of my friends who are there right now. I can't be there right now, but I'm inspired by all of my artist friends in Ethiopia, and the art that I've seen there is some of the best art I've ever seen anywhere in the world. All the studios I've visited there, all the things that people are doing that are a cross between like new ideas and unique visuals with traditional ancient Ethiopian art. It's all very, very beautiful and inspiring. Yeah, success is like become a really heavy word for artists. I feel we have so many examples of what it means to be successful, to make a lot of money, to be very popular. And I've had to personally rearrange my own definition and relationship to success. And I already feel successful because I have been able to touch people with my work. I've been able to give healing to people with my work. I've been able to give reflection to people within my work. I've been able to ignite conversation around my work, and these are things that that are very important to me in what it means to be successful with my art. To be a successful artist for me is to also get over my own blockages that I have within myself as an artist, to get over my own fear of truly expressing myself, especially within Ethiopian culture. I made a film that was about the Red Terror that happened in Ethiopia, but I told it through a symbolic way. So I told it through the story of a girl going on a journey to escape home to find freedom, but also through that journey she was symbolically finding the power within herself and the power within her culture as well. So within my work, I use a lot of symbolism and metaphor to translate healing to people and to translate empowerment to people. Empowerment is a huge theme within my artwork. I know that my intention is not to just, entertain. As an artist, we have so much power to take what is intangible, an idea, and make it into something that people can see, people can read, people can touch, people can sing, people can move through. And from what people have told me, what they've experienced from my art, they said they've experienced having a mirror to themselves, feeling like they are seeing something that reflects them, that reflects their story. And that is really important to me. I feel like that is the key to healing and to initiating personal change within a person. When you can see an art piece that reflects who you are or how you feel or how you think, it's affirming that you are not alone within your thought, and that is what creates community, and that is what creates healing within a person. Yeah. Cheryl. We are very loving people, especially within our families. So I love my family, I love my friends, I love the art community in Addis Ababa that I've met. I love those people, I love them so much. I love the beautiful landscapes we have. I love the ancient culture that we have. It's so powerful, and it's something that a lot of my research is rooted in, especially within art. I love our power, I love our resilience, I love our food, I love our buna, I love everything. And that's something that is important to remember, especially for us. Like, last time I was in Addis, I remember, it's sometimes it's not the easiest place to live, and so you're also around a lot of ugly things. So it's important for us to like check back in and remember, what do I love about my country. The judgment. I mean, personally, that's what I experienced there, and that was starting to really hinder my time there, and it made me want to even almost cut my time short there. The judgment. There's a lot of heavy judgment, and it constricts people from living in their truth. I experienced people just, kind of yelling at me on the street and just like saying things about what I was wearing, and I've never experienced anything like that before anywhere else, and I travel a lot. And I was just surprised how we judge each other so much. That's something that starts on a mental level. Like, if I go throughout my day just seeing the bad in everybody, what does that mean? What is the health of my mind, So one thing that needs to change is the health of our mind. I guess that's the core of it, because from the unhealthiness of our mind in terms of the negative of what we are thinking from day to day, we're seeing each other in such a judgment, darkness, and from there we live in a society where we don't trust each other anymore. So that is one thing I would change. If I could just take a magic wand and put it on Ethiopia and get rid of that, it would be the unhealthiness of our minds that creates judgment and distrust towards each other and competition towards each other. Yeah. And patriarchy. But I won't go into that. Artists have always, throughout history, been the ones who shine light on what is hiding in a society and shine light into what the future could look like, even literally what it could look like. Artists, creative people in general, they also naturally are very innovative thinkers. So you have creative people working in all trades of life, from science to architecture to water, environment. So creatives are necessary in all of these different places, because they are the ones who can be voice for people who feel like they have no voice. So, two of my favorite contemporary Ethiopian creatives I met this past year were Lekun and Tamrat. When I went to their studio, near Ras Makonnen Bridge, Piazza area. Um, I was like, whoa. Yeah, really inspiring people. Because women have so many shared experiences, and it's just so left in the dark, so under like the heavy foot and just, hand of patriarchy in Ethiopia. So I want to create a sister circle one day. What people really need is sometimes the most simple thing, like just a space to be able to speak, to speak. When your voice is taken from you, that's one of the worst things that could be taken from you, because that should be your birthright. Yeah, my travel plans, my shows that I had lined up all around are canceled, canceled, canceled. I think it's affecting people all in different ways, but it's making people become very innovative of how to still be creative and still get art out to people, even though we are all stuck at home. So it's also like, a lot of artists are suffering right now financially. It's really affected the creative industry in that regard. Like, people are not maybe thinking about buying art right now. It's pushing some artists to go deeper into their cocoon that they were already at, because a lot of artists are saying, oh, I've been in quarantine my whole life, like this is what I do. It's making people make art that has maybe a deeper, stronger, louder message than maybe their work would have had before, when the world was kind of just, more normal. Consciously, we're all connected consciously, as we can see right now. We're having a shared experience across the globe. People are pushing out work, or will be pushing out work, that is adding to like the new foundation and the new normal of what the world will be. So I'm excited to see, when this is all past, what art will be on the walls, like galleries, what will poets be saying at open mics, the vitality that musicians will have when they get to play again with a crowd of people. All of that is going to that's not dead at all. It's just like the world is rebooting itself, and the artists are just even more creative than ever before. To get back on a plane. Right now, I'm currently stuck in Bali, Indonesia. I had planned to be on my way to Ethiopia in 2 weeks, and that is not happening. So my plan is to, although I'm very blessed to be here right now, my plan is to leave here, continue sharing film, continue sharing art. I'm still thinking of new ideas of what even shows will be like after this, or how long it will take to get to that point. But after this, my first plan is to go to the beach. I just want to paint on the beach. Like, that's such a simple thing that I want right now that I can't get right now. And that even that is a privilege. There's people who are really just not in good places right now. But my plan is really, I just want to see the world, the light again. There's so much heaviness. That's a dark note to end on. My plan is to have an awesome show after this, where I get to talk with people face to face. And then hopefully come back to Ethiopia soon. Becca.